and welcome back to our another session on foreign placement program. So today's session is very interesting for us because these days a lot of like whenever I open LinkedIn, I see there are a lot of chartered accountants who are moving out of India, and we see there are a lot of people who actually are very much interested in getting jobs outside India. Typically, we have categorized some of the countries wherein we see the interest is much more. So that's why we thought of keeping this seminar this morning. So about like how a fresher or a 2 or 3 years of experience chartered accountant can move outside India. So what all are the opportunities? What is the salary structure? How can you plan to move out there? And what all are the visa processes involved? So we will discuss all these things uh, in this seminar. And apart from this, I would also say that we have done in detail seminar for each of the country on our YouTube channel. So you can also refer our YouTube channel. You can also visit our YouTube channel to see like there are uh, specific seminar done for each country. So I guess after this seminar, you will have an idea or structure about how each country works, how many CAs are there, what all are the opportunities for you. Because 3 years back when I was a young chartered accountant, I never knew that. I never knew that how what all are the possibilities of going outside India. So these like it's in recent times, like since last 3 4 months, we as an HR lab have started this global career placement program wherein we reach out to the people outside India for and get to know a lot of things, and that's why we pass on the knowledge which we receive to you all guys. So I hope you will enjoy this session. So after once we complete this session, so we will take Q&A round, and then you can ask your question by commenting on this Zoom or either on YouTube, whatever you are watching. So can we start this session? I just want a thumbs up from you all guys. Yes, yeah. I just want to know that everyone is active. Good. So okay, fine. So I will share my screen. A second. So this session we have named as global career opportunity for CA, because we will discuss all the international opportunities for the chartered accountants. So I have categorized so the major categories is West, as in which will cover your London, Canada, the GCC region, which will cover your Gulf countries, as in Dubai, um, Bahrain, and Qatar. So these are the major bifurcation, because the living standard, the cost of living, the visa procedures are very much similar in GCC region. So we will start with one of the most favorite countries. So I'll take Canada in the last, because in this country we need a lot of more intense discussion on your point scoring system and all these things. So first we will take similar countries in a go, and then we will take Canada. So let's start with London. I see there are a lot of people interested for London opportunities these days. Whenever we all open LinkedIn, we see that some or the other people have posted like started a new job in Video London or Deloitte London. So I see big six like um, big four, including your EY, KPMG, Deloitte, and PwC, along with Video and Grant Thornton are hiring in a lot of number in London. So I'll tell you the story behind this. So a few years back, Brexit happened, like everyone knows. So Europe got separated from UK, and so has a Europe has the total six countries wherein people chose to stay in Europe, and due to this Brexit happening, there was a lot of shortage of skill skilled people in. Hello, is my voice not clear, Jinesh? Echoing. Uh, okay, just a second. Use my headphone. Just a second, guys. Is it better now? Hello. Okay, fine. So, so we will discuss about London because this is the most favorite country I see for Indian specifically these days, and it's a very beautiful country. So I'll tell you first about this country, London. Okay, so most of the people must be knowing about this country. That this is famous for its infrastructure, architectural work, about the economy size, like it is into the top five economies of the world, and the standard of living, quality of living is very good in this country. So also the cost of living is very high in this country. So the major areas, the major industries in these countries are banking, financial institution, asset management companies. Big fours work very actively. Apart from this, it is also famous for its farming. So the farming infrastructure which London has. So if we look at, if we all look at the uh, about like the industry in London, it is majorly about the industries related to financial service sector. So I'll tell you about the developed countries. So majorly developed countries are into financial services or technology, because if we talk about all these countries which we will be discussing today, the major industries they have is banking or financial institution, or the asset management company. So London is one of the developed economies of the world, and if you are targeting London, you will have to focus your experience more into financial service sector. So what about the finance, like what exactly? So if you have done audits of some of the banks, some of the financial institutions, if you understand the asset management companies well, and you have been into some of the investment banks, something like that, so it will be much easier for you to get a job in London than something like manufacturing or fin some technology experience. So how about the visa process? So guys, I'll tell you, the so previously the visa processes were very much strong in London, but post this Brexit, there is lot of requirement of skilled people in London, and like these days visa process is very simple. As in, like, you can get your visa cleared in 1 day. So let's say, for an example, you have given an interview today and you got selected today in some of the big four. Let's say you got selected in Deloitte, UK. They will ask for your documents, and just like within 1 day, like let's say today is Monday, by Tuesday or Wednesday you will get your visa clearance. Th- it is that easy. Like London is that easy in terms of your visa clearing.
So I'll tell you the reason behind that. India has signed a treaty with UK government of skilled people immigration, wherein government has promised, like Indian government has promised to transfer 3 lakh skilled people from India. So that's the reason, like it has become a lot of easy for Indian people to move to London. And apart from this, we as an auditor have got additional opportunity in this scenario, because most of the auditors or accountants or the tax guys in London are from India or Africa. But this Omicron happened in Africa in the month of December, and Africa went under shutting their borders completely. So Indians got a lot of opportunity to move to UK. So like the requirement of Africans were fulfilled by Indians. So that's why we saw a lot of transmission from India to UK. So I guess you guys must, if you're targeting London, so these days it is a very good opportunity to move out to London. So now I will tell you about the salary structure in this country. So salary for a fresher chartered accountant starts somewhere around 45,000 uh, pounds, as in somewhere around 45 lakhs into INR. And uh, the cost of living is also very high in this country. So probably in first year or first 2 years you won't save much. Also the London, there are tax systems in London. So the tax ranges from 7% to 12%. So if you are earning somewhere around 45 lakhs, so you will have to pay tax somewhere around 10%. So it will be around 4 to 5 lakhs. So you will have to manage a lot of cost in your initial years to save your money. So I will recommend you to see our video on YouTube. I have done one in detail YouTube video for 1 hour, particularly specifically on this country. So I guess you must be clear about this country. Should I move on to the next country? I want your comments, guys. Okay. Okay, Harshal, Purva. Options after returning. Okay, I'll tell on this one. Okay. Okay. So, okay. So USA is not our topic today. So we won't discuss USA in today's session, Gopi. Can I move on to our next? So I'll just discuss these options after returning to India. Okay. So let's say for an example, you are currently working in UK into some of the big fours. So you will into audit field. Let's say for an example. So you always have an option to come back to India and start your career into financial service, or like whatever audits you were doing over there at the same designation in India. Or sometimes you can even get promoted designation because you have a experience of, you have a global experience, so you will have a added advantage. So if you are working in some of the big four, some of the industries, so you always have a advantage of coming back to India, and that's a countable advantage. So let's move on to our next country, um, which is Singapore. Okay. So again, Singapore is one of the developed nations, and I would say that it's more or same like London in terms of the industry coverage, as in they are also much into banking, financial services, insurances, and asset management companies, investment banks. So if you're targeting Singapore as a option to move outside India, so you should have a in like you will have a added advantage if you have experience in, uh, in getting a job into Singapore. So I got one question from Harshali, like, do you have any specific exam required to be given? So no, for London you need not to give any additional exams. It's not like Canada or USA or Australia wherein you have to pass some English test. So it's nothing, like no exam should be given. But I would just recommend that if you're planning to move out to London, you should do your ACCA. That will be a added advantage over a candidate who is a non-ACCA, because ACCA is recognized by London government. So anything else, Harshali? Okay, thank you. Hmm. So, so we were discussing about London now. Singapore. So Singapore, again, earlier it was very much difficult for someone to move to Singapore because of a lot of reasons like visa restrictions. One more thing I want to add, that if you stay in London for 5 years, you will get a permanent residence. Like, you will be having a residential status of that country, which is not applicable in Singapore. Like, uh, you will not be getting PR if you stay there for, even for 10 years. So if that's another advantage of London, like, because you're planning for a long term, you should also see the uh, permanent residential thing, because a lot of government subsidies, government things, hospital, like free hospitalization, education, these comes along with your permanent residential visa only. So you get this in London, but not in Singapore or any of the other countries. So coming back to our point in Singapore, visa processing is easy. Like, once you are in India and you start applying for, jobs in Singapore from India itself, and if you have your employer over there, so after selection, you will have to give your certain documents, and within one day you can get a job. So how can you move, as in, again, who all are the major people who hire chartered accountants outside, like, in Singapore specifically? So big fours, I would say big six, some of the top asset management companies. I have seen people going into investment banks. Grant Thornton is like hires actively in Singapore, and even KPMG hires a lot of chartered accountants from India. So you can visit on KPMG's portal, or like official portal, from which you can apply uh, there and you can get a job. So like, there's a lot of opportunities in Singapore audit these days, I see. And if you are actively looking out for job, you can register for HR Labs Global Career Placement Program also. We can help you out to get a job in Singapore. Now, next is salary structure. So salary, I would say it would be somewhere in the range of 30 to 35 lakhs in terms of INR, and cost of living would be somewhere around 20 to 25 lakhs. So you can save initially, like in the first year of your like career in Singapore, you can save around 10 lakhs to 12 lakhs. So I have done a in detail video on this country on YouTube, so you can even visit and see that. So what are the major challenges? So major challenges of being in Singapore is, um, it is one of the most hardworking countries in the world. So the problems which we face in India, like, a lot of work-life balance issue and all these things. So probably you will sometimes face the same in Singapore as well. So that's main point. Otherwise, it is a very good country to be in, very clean, and a major financial hub for Asia. So this is the main thing. And for major challenges in London, I would say, uh, like, you won't get much Indian support in London, so you won't feel homely sometimes. So that's the major challenge in London, which you won't face in Singapore because there are a lot of Indians in Singapore. So any questions on this one, or like I would just recommend you to watch. Is there any foreign language required? No, English is widely spoken, Sagar. English is widely spoken in Singapore, so there is no additional language required. Okay. Should CA do any other courses for Singapore? No. I guess no additional course is required. It's just you should have a very, very good work experience. Will be given preference in these countries above their people. No, nothing as such. Singapore is accepting people from across the world. Do we have any agreement with Singapore? No, I'm not sure with any of these kind of agreement which will. So I would say fresher will get a chance. It's not like fresher won't get a chance, but I would just say you that at least get a 1 year of experience from a very good company or a very good brand in India, and then only you should try to move out to any other country. So Sagar, do you have a 1 year of experience of IB in India? So yes, you can get in Singapore. No, no, no additional certification is required, Komal. CA is enough. Okay. So should I move on to our next topic? So let's come on to next topic, Dubai. So I'll say everyone knows about this country, Dubai, and this is a very, very homely country because you know all these three countries, Dubai, Qatar, and Bahrain. All these three countries are very similar in terms of their lifestyle, in terms of their pay scale, tax systems, in terms of the number of Indians which you will see over there. So I will tell you, in Qatar, Bahrain, almost 60 to 70% of their total population is from India, and specifically from South India. So you won't feel that you are outside India. It's like, you know, it will be like your home country. And the major point is like the good point is like you don't have any tax systems, like there are no taxes applicable on your overall uh, like CTC, like whatever you get will be your in hand salary. Visa processes are very, very easy. You can get visa very easily. And uh, apart from this, the overall countries are very good to stay, as in very clean, obedient countries, as in laws are very much easy, as in for specifically if you are a person who want to stay your life, you know, as a disciplined person. So you should be in these countries, as in people are very much disciplined. Work life balances are very good, as in they start their day somewhere around at 8:30, and till 4 p.m. they end their day. So everyone has their hobbies, or you know, uh, everyone enjoys their personal life in these countries. So in terms of salary, I would say that in terms of salary, it is somewhere around 1.5 to 2.5 lakhs for CA fresher to 1 year experience of a chartered accountant. And the cost of living is somewhere around 75,000 to 1 lakhs in terms of INR. So a fresher chartered accountant can save up to rupees 1 lakh in all these three countries. There are no tax applicable in these three countries. So we have done a in detail video for all these three countries on our YouTube. And you know, since it is one of the favorite countries for Indians, so we have also uh, you know, connected with ICAI specifically for helping out, people who want to move from India to GCC specifically, to let us know the job openings in this region, and we also keep circulating the job opportunities in GCC region. So if you guys are looking out for job in Dubai, Qatar or Bahrain, you can get in touch with us and we can help you out for sure. So any specific question for these three countries? Anyone? Okay. I won't say IB is one of the. Yes, HR Lab will get help you get job in Dubai. So we have our associations with a lot of people and who are in Dubai currently, and we keep on getting a lot of opportunities for a chartered accountant, specifically in Dubai, Bahrain, and Qatar, and we circulate those opportunities to the people who have registered with us in our HR Lab Global Career Placement Program. Yes, Sagar. So banking industry, real estate industry, oil and gas, these all are the major industries in GCC region, I would say. So yes, I would say there are 100 plus banks in Bahrain alone itself. So yes, financial services sector is very much active in GCC region. So Purva, this totally depends like where are your friends and what is your long-term plan. If you want like how homely you want to feel, as in if you are a person who want Indians around you, so you should always target GCC more than Singapore or UK, I would say specifically, because you will get a lot of Indians. Which among the Gulf countries is best according to you? So I would say everyone is best. So there is not much difference in Qatar, Bahrain, and Dubai, since these are the countries who follow similar tax structures, who follow similar lifestyles. So there's not much difference, but yes, Dubai is much more dynamic in terms of career. So I have spoken with a lot of people and they say that Dubai is much more advanced country than Qatar and Bahrain specifically. So I've seen people from Bahrain or Qatar wants to move out to Dubai. So yes, Vaibhav, I guess I was able to answer your question. Okay. So yeah, thank you. So let's after completing CA from mid-size or multiple employees. Yes, yes, Sagar, there are opportunities, but I would still recommend you if you are going on with some of the complexity, you should reach out to HR Labs Global Career Placement Program, and we will surely help you out in case of any concern. Okay, then let's move on to our last topic, like as on our last discussion, Canada. So Canada is one of the most beautiful countries in the world, and again, it is a country wherein you will see a lot of people into moving from one big four to another. But there is a lot of complications before you move out into this country. But the best part is you will get permanent residence before you reach that country. So all these countries which we have discussed today will not give you permanent residence except London, that too after completion of 5 years. You won't get permanent residence in Singapore or GCC even after 40 years of service. So let's say for an example, you are in Dubai for 40 years, but as soon as you will have nothing to do, like let's say if you lose your job after 10 years also, you will have no sponsor, as in you will have to come back to India. So that's like you won't have any free rides, you won't have any voting rights in these countries. So that's the difficult part of being into GCC or Singapore or even in London for first 5 years. But when you're in Canada specifically, you won't have any such challenges. As soon as you reach Canada, you will be having all rights of, free education for your children's, hospitalization benefits, voting rights, and all the government benefits. So this is the good part of being, going to Canada. But I will tell you that it is very much difficult to move to Canada. Like, you will have to give your IELTS exam, you will have to pass through your, English test exam. You will have to file to the government, like, under, why do you want to travel to that country, and show your income statement proofs, show your educational qualifications, and government will give you, approval that whether you will be coming on to the, like, you're eligible to move to Canada or not, and then only you will get a PR and then you can move to Canada. So it's a bit lengthy and complicated procedure to move to Canada, but your life becomes much easier once you're there. So I would recommend you to follow some of the LinkedIn influencers who keep on posting lot of opportunities. Like, I know one of the influencer, Nidhi Nagori. She put a lot of content around lifestyle in Canada, salary structures in Canada. Major industries are again financial services in this country. Apart from this, they are also into manufacturing, so, and IT also, technology also. So Canada is into technology, into manufacturing, and into financial services. So I would recommend you to, uh, if you are planning to move out to this country, so you should uh, focus more on your English, passing your English test exams first, and appointing some of yours, there are some of the people who, who will help you out to clear your sponsorship and get your visa clearing done. So focus on your visa clearing and go to that country, and then you will have to search for a job. So this is the complete procedure of moving out to Canada. And yes, options after coming to India is, very much simple, as in, you will always have an opportunity to restart your career in India at the same designation uh, where you were, as in Canada specifically. So let's say you were a manager in Canada, you will have an opportunity to come back to India and start your career as a manager itself. So we have also done one session on Canada on in past. So you can also recommend. I will recommend you guys to see that uh, YouTube video as well. Yes, Shrikant, we have that video. I guess we have not uploaded that, but yes, we can try and upload that video as well so that you guys can see. Okay. So this was a short session. We, like, we just thought of keeping today, because we have done in detail sessions on all these topics, and you can see that sessions on our YouTube channel. So I guess all your doubts will be clarified while you see those YouTube videos. So uh, so are we good to go? Like, are there any other concerns? Compensation, Sagar, I would say it totally depends on your experience for Canada, specifically, like, in terms of your compensation, it will start somewhere around 40 to 45 lakhs if you are a fresher chartered accountant, and your cost of living will be somewhere around 30 to 35 lakhs. So initially you can save somewhere around 10 to 15 lakhs in first year after living a decent lifestyle. So that's what. Work life balance for Canada. So it will depend on your profile specifically. So if you're into statutory audits, these guys really work hard uh, in busy seasons. But in terms of your other than busy seasons, it is very much good. Like work-life balance is very good. Okay, so I guess we have answered almost all the questions on. Uh, okay, thank you. Okay, so I guess we can end our seminar over here, and I guess everyone would have got the brief understanding about the each of the countries which we have discussed. And still, if someone has not got, you can reach us out anytime, and we are happy to help you out. Okay, Jinesh, do you have anything?
So I think we've answered all the questions, and obviously, in case you have any other question, you can reach out to us on WhatsApp. We are there as admin. And in case you wish to register for our global careers program, you can also reach again for that. Also, you can reach out to us. You can reach out to me on I'm admin of the group, so you can reach out to us. We'll connect you with a colleague. WhatsApp group link. Okay. Um, 1 second. I'll just share it right away. The WhatsApp group link. I have pasted the WhatsApp group link in the chat box. For global careers, Shrikant, you can get in touch with me. I'm admin of the group. Also, I can write my number over here. You can WhatsApp me on this number as well. Okay, so I hope this session was helpful for you. And in case you wish to know more about each and every of the countries, then you can watch our YouTube videos. And again, yes, Purva, we will send that to you on WhatsApp once you connect with us. Okay, so welcome guys, welcome, and thank you for joining this session. And in the over the weekend to tomorrow and day after, we'll be coming up with more sessions on various other job profiles in India. And for Australia, we'll try to cover. Let's see. That's not in our plan currently, but we'll try to get someone from Australia as well. Let's see, we'll plan something. So anyways, thank you guys, and hope to see you in subsequent sessions. And please share the feedback of this session on WhatsApp as well. I'm admin of the group on Telegram as well as on WhatsApp, so do let me know over there on DM. So thank you guys, and we can thank you, thanks a lot, Sagar. And now I think we can end this meeting.